Boom, monkeys! Welcome to the Crypto Boogie channel. Tonight's a special stream. We've got a lot of shit that's happening in the market as of recent. A lot of data. Unfortunately, I got a busy ass freaking schedule, man. And I wish I could freaking stream more on a regular basis. I know my homies over there at DGen Roundtable have been wanting to link up with me and do a stream. But man, dude, I have been freaking busy, dude. Busy to the freaking core. My other homie, freaking Sloth, also wanted to do a stream. Pero no tengo tiempo. I never have time. So I try to bring you guys freaking some data over the weekend if I get a chance. And I tell you one thing. Usually Saturdays I go do my boxing shit and I go spar and stuff. And I'm glad I'm rocking a mask because, dude, my face is freaking bruised up. I've been in and out of the boxing gym, and damn, son, my face is lit the frick up. So, some of the things we can cover today. Of course, as you can see on the freaking hashtags on the thumbnail, we've got some BTC technical analysis. We're probably gonna cover some doggone freaking Dogecoin, some XRP. I know Miguel and freaking Charlie hate that shit. Freaking XRP and freaking Doge. Hey, but it is what it is, man. It's all about making dinero. Here in the Moon Gang, we are coin agnostic. Coin agnostic, which means that, hey, we dabble in all coins, every single one of them. And it's all about making them gains, man. Not financial advice, by the way. We will cover the gun of the day, a couple of memes, and some of the things that are going on with MetaMask. It's kind of wild that we're coming to this shit that MetaMask is probably going to ask us to KYC. I don't think it'll be in the immediate time frame because we are in an election season. And speaking of elections, this election is going to get freaking wild, son. This election is going to get wild. This is not a political channel, but I mean, we talk about all kinds of shit here, all kinds of interesting stuff. So let's start the stream. Of course, gun of the day. I'm so glad I got a small channel because I can show you guys this kind of stuff and it don't mean shit because I ain't making no freaking dinero right now because, hey, I'm a small channel. You know what I mean? So I can show you guys weapons and stuff like that, and I think that's pretty cool. I did release some content, a little bit of content on my Instagram, me shooting the 300 blackout. That shit is off the chain. Hella freaking mouse fart when you pop that freaking 6-hour rattler and 300 black subsonic. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to the gun of the day. Now, today, I went to go get some freaking some pollos asados estilo Monterrey. Dude, if you guys, wherever you're at, if you guys ever see like pollos asados means like cooked chicken. Estilo Monterrey. The style is like Monterrey style from Nuevo León. Dude, that chicken is amazing, man. That chicken's amazing. I remember when I was in the Marine Corps, we would do all the Mexicans would get together. Of course, I mean, we're all Americans and stuff like that. I mean, we fight for the United States of America. And we would show all the other people, man, from different races, our style of barbecue, man. And they'd be freaking amazed at the way we barbecue, son. So, I mean, we're all over the place today. Gun of the day. And this is the HK45C. Now, from the tinting that you see on here, you probably think it's black. It's actually an olive drab green. It is in 45 caliber. It is on safe. You can't see it on your side, but I got it safe on this side. This is the way I rock it when I carry it. No magazines on there. So let's go ahead and send that hammer home. Verify no rounds chamber. And the weapon is clear. This is hands down one of my favorite concealed carry weapons. It's 45 caliber. It runs about 8 rounds. Doggone freaking. You can get the bigger magazines, but then your pinky's going to feel weird at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And I wish you guys could see the color on this. It's like a real nice green color. You know, I had to search heaven and earth to find this sucker. Heaven and earth to find this bad boy. Now, one of the holsters that I do rock for this, I put this over here. One of the holsters I do rock for this is a, what's this kind of holster? I bought this a long time ago. It is hidden hybrid holsters. So you rock in that Kydex in the front and then that leather in the back, which is kind of cool. If you have to ever reholster your weapon, because you're in a screwed up situation, and God forbid you have to shoot somebody. God forbid that ever happens. You want to reholster immediately because studies have shown 92% of people, concealed carry guys, that actually stop bad guys with a weapon actually get lit up by the police. For the reason being that they've never received training. So you want to get a good holster so you can reholster your gun after you've neutralized the threat. You know what I mean? God forbid that ever happens. God forbid. God forbid that ever happens. Something else I wanted to show you guys. This is a great training tool. This is not a real weapon, but this is an Umarex Glock 17. It's like a little, I think it shoots airsoft, but it's great for training. Of course, no rounds chambered. It's airsoft. You know what I mean? No rounds chambered. The trigger is very, very freaking light. Well, it's not very light, but it's equivalent to a conventional Glock, and then you can also like reset it. You know what I'm saying? I was showing Hex Monkey this. This is a great training tool, by the way. Well, enough with the guns. Enough with the toys. This is actually an airsoft toy. Let's go over to some of the memes. Let's go over to some of the memes that are pretty funny. Again, we are not a political channel, but nevertheless, we talk about all kinds of shit. Let's show you guys the memes. This is Mr. Jack Simple. Welcome to the Crypto Boogie show, man. And he stated, "Hey, Boogie, PLSX is now less than $10 per million. Damn, son. Well, if we got time today, we'll also hit up the PLSX chart. And it's a trip because everybody ignores PLSX. Everybody and their mother ignores PLSX. And I got a feeling this token's going to run. It's a sleeper, man, and people are sleeping on this token. Know what I mean? Not financial advice, by the way. So, what else are we going to talk about today? You know what? Let's cover the Bitcoin chart, and then we'll check out a little bit of Ivan on Tech as to what's going on with MetaMask. Of course, shout out to him for making this data and info. After I saw his video, I tried looking for articles everywhere on this shit. I couldn't find any. So we'll review his video. We'll see what the deets are. And then Jack Simple, are you recovered from Vegas? Yeah, man, I did. I'm a little bit recovered, bro. I came back home and I pulled off a 48-hour fast, man. Get my freaking system cleaned up and shit like that, man. So yeah, I'm doing a lot better. Jack, did we meet in Vegas? I'm saying. Oh, I remember you, man. You were that real tall dude, bro. Hey, man, it was good meeting you out there, doggy. I had a freaking blast with you out there, man. It's nice to meet you, by the way. And I'm glad you're here. So, Jack, let's check out the freaking Bitcoin chart, man. Now, I was talking to DCC about this shit. Man, he's not a fan of XRP, but he does like Doge. So what I'm going to be collecting as the bear market dips, because I do think we're going lower, especially if you check the dollar index. When the dollar index pumps, Bitcoin does the reverse, man. It does the reverse. So when that occurs, I intend to get a good amount of Bitcoin. And the reason I do Bitcoin instead of freaking Ethereum is because my ass always ends up freaking doggone getting that Ethereum. Noveski, give me a second, guys. My doggo's tearing shit up. Nah, homie. Nah, it ain't no toy, son. Get over there. So, as I was saying, freaking dogs, man. Gotta love them, bro. Can't live with them. Can't live without them. So, as I was saying, man, some of the coins that I intend to collect is definitely going to get. I'm going to get a good amount of BTC because Ethereum. I've got a problem with Ethereum, man. I tend to end up swapping it out for different ERC20s, whether it's EHEX or Illuvium. I tend to do that, and I have that problem, or I end up using my Ethereum to pay for gas fees, and that's not a route that you really want to go. Bear with me, cats. I'm sorry. Bear with me. Oh yeah. Bear with me. I'm going to go ahead and get this shit squared away real fast with my doggo. Give me a second. All right, I'm back. I'm back, cats. Start up my cam again. As I was saying, yeah, I intend to collect a good amount of Bitcoin. I do intend to get some freaking XRP, and I do want to get Doge. I know that Doge is going to do good for a reason because you know damn well Elon Musk is not going to let that die. Hence, why you see the Twitter logo on my thumbnail. Yes, the Twitter on my thumbnail of the dude inside the mask, because, and then you have Doge on the right side, because I sincerely do believe that the main Dogecoin could possibly end up being one of the main coins out there. Know what I mean? I think BTC, Ethereum, and I think the third token in the Trinity is going to be Doge. As far as that goes, of course, we also got to have those degen plays, Hex, Pulse Chain, PulseX, and all that other stuff, man. You definitely want to capitalize on that shit. But whenever the DXY or the dollar index, and you see the dollar pumping, Bitcoin does the reverse. Hence why I think we're going to the downside. And as Jerome Powell stated, that he doesn't intend to slow down on the market at all. He intends to do a couple more interest rate hikes till we get inflation down at 2%. I think we're at 3.2 or something of that nature. But he's adamant that he wants to get us down to 2%. So with that, I do think that we will probably be heading to the downside. Now, this probably will not occur. This is a gut feeling that I got. And I'm not reading this on the technical analysis charts. Richard Hart could still be right, man. And people say, no, you're crazy. But cycles do what they want regardless of what you feel. You know what I mean? So Richard could still be right, man. I've got a gut feeling that we may end up going down to $11,000 or $10,000 Bitcoin, probably on a wick or something of that nature. It probably won't happen that way, but I just got that gut feeling. And I wanted to throw it out there because if it does occur, I could say I told you so. You know what I mean? But let's check out the Bitcoin chart, cats. Let's start off with BTC on the weekly. Is this the weekly? Let's check this shit out. No, this is the daily. Let's try this again. Okay. Let me make myself disappear so you guys can see the screen a little bit better, man. Boom. We've got the Bitcoin chart at its full-blown capability, son. All right. We've got BTC here. Let me zoom out a little bit. And I know all this shit looks convoluted and stuff. And this is Bitcoin on the weekly. As you can tell, BTC, you've got them freaking Darth Maul wicks on this recent candle. Of course, I know I got a day 68 there. This is weekly. I mean, disregard that. And it's sitting at $26,000, $26,008. And it's sitting on there. And if we continue trending sideways, which I will show you on the daily momentarily, I think we'll probably end up scraping our way down to 24,000. Mind you, not financial advice. And if you look at the RSI down here, stretch this out, what do you see? You see divergence to the downside. I went ahead and I drew this trend line over the top of this portion of the RSI, and you could see that it's trending in a downward fashion. And I believe that we're going to continue trending to the downside. To quote Alex Jones, and it looks like Alex Jones may be right, the government probably intends to shut down come September or close to September for the Android 19. Of course, I don't want to say the actual word to that because my YouTube channel will get throttled. And I think if half of the country shuts down, guess what's going to happen? Of course, the market's going to go down in itself. You know what I mean? So let's activate our EMA ribbon. Now, this pretty much gives us confirmation with this conglomerate of lines that it's too much of a battle to go to the upside. And we're pushing to the downside over here along with the RSI. So I do expect us to hit maybe 25,196. I say probably by the end of the week, give or take. Know what I mean? But we also have this trend line of support. So we may end up going down here somewhere to about 24,235 because this trend line will serve as an area of support. But if things get really bearish, we probably could go to the downside stronger. Now, let's switch over to the daily. And what do we see on the daily, man? Let me turn this freaking. We see Bitcoin dancing around this $26,008, continually doing that. And if we keep doing that, yes, you're correct. We probably will go to the downside. Even here, man, on the daily, you see divergence to the downside. And we could continue going to the downside. Again, as stated, I do believe if Bitcoin trickles down in this fashion, I mean, I never use a freaking drawing tool with this sucker. If Bitcoin continues trickling down in this fashion, or even if it goes this way and it trickles down in this fashion, we could probably see it come down here somewhere to about 24,642. And that would be a great area to DCA. Of course, I would DCA lightly as we come on the way down, and we want to capitalize on that shit. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Now, let me go ahead and get out of this chart. Stop screen. Now, to keep this thing going, because I know TA can get pretty boring, one of the things I want to talk to you about, talk about cats. Miguel really turned me on to Trezors, man. I really like the Trezors as cold storage wallets. And a long time ago, this is before we found out about that backdoor shit with Ledger, man, is that I bought a Ledger, the Nano X. And, dude, I like the color orange. Orange is one of my favorite colors. It's close to red. Marine Corps colors are red. And I bought one of these suckers a while back. But I wouldn't waste money on this shit, man. Ledgers are shit. I mean, I basically got some of my tokens stuck here, and I had to buy another one and use that ledger to replace this one because this damn button got freaking stuck, man. If you're gonna end up buying ledgers, go ahead and buy the original black one. These colored ones, man, these suckers are trash. Don't touch this shit. And continue sticking to motherfrickin' doggone Trezors and shit. The Trezor. Trezor's a better option than this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, food for thought. Let's go over to Dogecoin. Let's see how the Doge is doing, son. All right. We are currently on the Dogecoin chart, son. And Doge has been acting rather erratic. As you can see, the last time that we measured the cycles on this bad boy was on day number 4, which was its high, which was August 23rd. That's when, as of recent, Doge pumped to the upside. I drew this trend line. So day 20 at the bottom of this cycle is actually day 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a high on day 4. Usually this runs on 20-day cycles. Sometimes you'll see a 15-day cycle. And in some cases, you may even see a 23-day cycle if it's a total anomaly. But what's really weird about Doge, man, these freaking candles, they are wicked hardcore, man. So you could tell there's a battle for Doge. And I do think that Elon Musk is going to probably end up using this for, it's called now X.com or Twitter. And I think Doge is going to do just fine. So I think Doge is also a good investment. Miguel has been talking about Doge as well as something that he wants to start buying. And it's something I do intend to buy. But as stated, over here on day 20, I bought Doge at about 6 cents flat. Of course, I do expect it to go to the downside. And let's check out our EMA ribbon. We still have resistance to the upside over here, starting at about 0.067 cents, 0.067 cents. We still have resistance to the upside there with the EMA ribbon. And we still have resistance over here at 7 cents. I do not think we're going to pump up. I do believe that we're going to end up trickling down in a downward fashion. I think that's what's going to end up occurring. My next buying point for Doge will probably be here once we compromise this 5-6 area. I'll DCA a little bit heavier if we come down here to about 5.5 or 5.6 or maybe even 5.7. I'll start buying down that way. But where I really want to catch Doge is right here, son. 0.046. 0.04633,606. And I do keep Doge on another wallet. I do like this project. I mean, it's the leader of all meme coins. And some of you cats still buying Shiba. Shiba's good too, man. I haven't done the research on it, but I heard some cats talking about that Shibarium. They finally got it straight and corrected, so it should be running good. Know what I mean? Let's check out Doge on the weekly. Now, again, let's go ahead and pull up on this freaking doggone RSI. Pull this sucker up. Again, dude, you could tell that Doge is probably going to continue the downside. And I intend to capitalize on that. And this is Doge on the weekly. Let me pull this down. And let's check out our EMA ribbon on the weekly. The lower portion of the EMA ribbon is over here at 7.2. And Doge today, well, this week actually pushed down to 5.9. And it's currently still on its 20-day cycle, even on the weekly. So let's check out the chats. I'm sorry, stop screen. Now, one of the things that recently occurred, and I found this out through Ivan on Tech, is that MetaMask may end up KYCing, if you cats haven't heard. And I was brainstorming this shit, man, because a lot of people don't want to be dealing with that because crypto's all about privacy. I mean, of course, they can track the chains, but that's a battle in itself, and they have to do a lot of work to track the chains and things of that nature. And we, as crypto people, I mean, we want privacy. You know what I mean? That's one of our things. Privacy is very important to us. So I had a genius idea. MetaMask doesn't have any tokens. They've been talking about the longest how they're going to end up releasing a token, but it never ended up happening. So I started thinking, you know what would be off the chain? And you know what would be dope? If Richard Hart launched his MetaMask token, his form of the MetaMask token, but with no tokens. And then later on, through the years, or whenever we end up beating this SEC case, if he ends up beating this SEC case, I mean, yeah, it's a given. We're probably going to end up beating the SEC case. I mean, if XRP did well, I think Pulse Chain's going to do fabulous. You know what I'm saying? Then he can start the sacrifice phase for his form of the MetaMask token. But in the meantime, it'd be off the chain if he releases his Richard Hart freaking MetaMask. That would be great. Function off that sucker, so we can end up placing our stakes there for Hex. And speaking of Hex, a lot of cats aren't really staking right now. And mind you, T-shares are super duper cheap. So right now is actually a great time to freaking go ahead and stake some Hex. Know what I mean? As a matter of fact, let's check what the T-shares are at now. Let's check where the T-shirts are at. I think it's Look Into Hex. Gerardo had made that website. I don't really mess with that website a lot. But the Look Into the Hex website, Look Into Hex. Vamos a ver. Let's check this out. Look Into Hex. Let's see if it, or I think it was Hex Noob. Liquidity, T-shares, adoption, inflation, logarithmic regression, shares. Let's see, son. T-share price, T-share market cap, total T-shares. Man, I'm not used to messing with this damn freaking charts over here, man. So, BTX, ETH, bear with me, cats. T-share market cap, T-share price. Wow, man. I think this may be on. I don't think they've updated this, man. I don't think they've updated this. Let me show you, cats. And you're like, what the hell are you guys talking about, man? Preset, share screen. Let's go to Look Into Hex. Explore. So I've never read these charts. I don't really come here much. You know what I'm saying? So don't crucify me if I'm wrong on this shit, because like I stated, I'm really not on here on this website. So I'm hoping that I'm reading it right. You know what I'm saying? Give me a second, cats. Give me a second. Give me a second. No, not like that. I'll put it down this way. There you go. So if we look at the T-share price in USD, and I'm assuming this is on EHEX because I'm guessing they haven't updated this. If I'm correct, man, T-shares right now are what? Quote me if I'm wrong on this shit, son. $153, $93.97. Man, I'd have to go into freaking hex.com, go.hex.com to verify that. But if this is true, man, right now is a fabulous freaking time to get into EHEX. I know a lot of Hexicans don't feel that strong that EHEX is going to do that well. I still think it's going to do significantly well, for the reason being that it's so much easier to onboard people onto freaking EHEX. Now, what would be dope, what I would like, if app.pulsex.com actually permitted you to do Ethereum transactions, not just solely freaking doggone Pulse Chain transactions. That would be freaking dope. So we don't have to mess with Uniswap anymore. I heard McGill and Charlie talking about how if you want to get EHEX, the best way to do it is to go to CowSwap. I've never used it there. I haven't been buying EHEX as of late. I've been capitalizing on PHEX, as a matter of fact. And you know what? Let's go over. You know what? Before we do that, let's go check out Ivan on Tech. We'll check him out for about a minute, 40 seconds, see what's going on over there, see what he was talking about. And we got Mr. Jack Simple stating this, Richard Hart wallet incoming soon. Man, I hope so. I hope it's inbound soon. You know what I'm saying? So let's go check to see what Ivan on Tech said. Present, share screen. Slides. What the heck? Bear with me, cats. Technical difficulties. Stop screen. There you go. Present. Share screen. No, not that one. BTC breaking MetaMask forced. There you go. And shout out to Ivan on Tech for this. I got to give this cat credit. You know what I'm saying? Let's start it off at the beginning. Let's see what's going on with freaking doggone. Let's see what's going on with freaking doggone MetaMask.
Oh yes, guys, we're back with Evening Alpha. In this episode, we'll be speaking about the fact that MetaMask may have to KYC all the users very soon. This is new development in the US, guys. It's crazy. But basically, it means that everyone who is running some kind of software, for example, a self-custodial wallet like MetaMask, they're still providing the actual software for users to use. And so, because they do that, they may have to KYC you. This is crazy, and this is fresh off the printing press. And basically, it's all about the new tax rules that the US is considering, and now they're looking at which kind of elements within the crypto space may be easier to target in comparison to others. And of course, they are looking at the wallets as one potential victim of this regulation. And they're saying basically, as a result, a person will be considered to be in position to know the nature of the transaction, potentially giving rise to gross proceeds from a sale if the person has the ability to modify and automatically executing contract or protocol to which the person provides access to ensure that this information is provided upon the execution of a sale. Basically, what it says is that, let's say you're MetaMask and people use you to handle their assets, but also to transact assets, also in order to trade. So if this becomes law, if this becomes reality, you as MetaMask may have to KYC your users in order for them to use your platform, which is absolutely insane. And it seems that this war for self-custody is just beginning, guys. We still don't know whether it will succeed in our favor or not. Of course, we're hopeful. We're here pushing for the future of crypto, knowing that the best possible outcome for humanity is that self-custody is protected by all constitutions in the world. The fact that if you have a wallet, if you have your own private keys, you can use that wallet in order to store your assets, in order to transact, and so on and so forth. It should be protected by all constitutions in the world. And as we're entering 2024, the election year of 2024...
That's enough, cats. I don't want to freaking... I don't want to freaking completely bite off freaking Ivan on tech and everything he said, but that's the only place that I could actually find an article on it. I mean, but shout out to Ivan. Ivan, if you see this video, man, thank you for letting me share your video. All rights to you, man. And thank you for dropping that data and that alpha, man. And Jack Simple made a good point. He said, I believe I read those tax proposals will go into effect if they do in 25 or 26. Do me a favor, Jack. If you follow me on Twitter, my Twitter handle is US crypto underscore boogie. I say again, US crypto underscore boogie. And shoot me a message there, man. I want to read those tax proposals that you're talking about, man. That would be dope. That would be cool for me to share on the stream. You know what I'm saying? Let's check out the hex. No, you know what? Let's go over to the pulse chain chart. Let's go over to the pulse chain chart, cats. Present, share a screen. And of course, we got to rock that deck screener, son. Boom. And this is the drawings that I did on my chart. Now, what do you guys notice here? Of course, this is the daily. What have you guys noticed here? I got the 10-day moving average inbound, and what is it doing? It's slightly trending above all these freaking doggone candles. But I also drew a trend line a couple days back, and look what it's doing. It's still going to the downside. If you look over here, where it's currently at, dude, the prices are, wow, son. The prices are freaking fabulous, man. I love these prices. Especially if you cats want to become validators. This is a fabulous time to get some of that shit. I wish I had more freaking capital, man. Freaking, I would ape in some more. I would probably buy some more of this freaking pulse chain. Not financial advice, by the way. And mind you, anything that you do put in there, you're at risk to lose it. You know what I'm saying? You are at risk to lose it, but I'm pretty confident in the Hex community. I'm pretty confident that this community will prevail. I think once the Richard Hart movie goes into effect, and I hope it gets picked up by Netflix. That would be so dope. I think we'll probably see a pump on our prices eventually. I think we'll do well. I do have these two areas of support, and we've already broken 3559, and this is on the daily, mind you. Next area of support that we have is a 2764. Oh my gosh, man, that is an amazing place to buy, dude. I'm gonna find a way to ape in hard. My ass wants to validate. I want to validate this shit, son. What's weird though, and this is an anomaly. Talking to Charlie and shit, he did say that when you're reading charts and when something very bearish happens or a black swan event, kind of like when the SEC announced that we're going after RH, this occurred. This happened. It completely I love this term in boxing. What's the term? It shakes everything up. Discombobulated, I think that's a proper terminology. And it resets everything. And you'll start seeing anomalies in the charts because the charts are not always 100% consistent. They do fluctuate, but the consistencies that are there can make you a lot of money, especially if you know what you're doing with technical analysis. And what's the point that I'm trying to make is that if you see this bar that I drew right here, this measurement line, we're continuing to the downside and we're on day 23. Usually these cycles run in 20-day cycles, but we're continually going to the downside. And if we measure that correctly, we're on a 25-day cycle. Yes, that can occur because that SEC FUD that we got ended up completely discombobulating the entire chart. Hence why we're heading in a downward fashion. If you guys saw not earlier, but if you guys go over to my YouTube channel, you don't really see anything. Dude, I suck at freaking setting that stuff up. And I have no time because I'm always freaking busy. And you go over to the live button, click on the live button, you'll see all my videos. I have a video called PZen to Hex to Pulse Chain. Well, I'm still using that strategy. I'm minting PZen to try to get more Pulse Chain or to get more P-Hex. And I intend to continue doing the same. I intend to, once the mint's done, I ended up flipping it for doggone freaking Pulse Chain, and I continue doing the same every freaking day as much as I can, depending on which type of freaking mints you had. I think I had 90-day mints, 120-day mints, 150-day mints, and then I had max mints, and all that PZen is going to turn into Pulse Chain. That's what I want to do with that. So one thing that I am noticing, we do have a descending triangle set up. Descending triangle. If you see this white line this way, coming this way, and you see this trend line coming to the downside, what's that create? A right-sided triangle, right? Going to the downside. That usually represents that we're going to continue breaking down. And as of late, yes, it's been playing out. I don't think there's enough data for the weekly on this. Now, there's not much data on the weekly, but nevertheless, it is meeting the element of that right translated or that doggone descending triangle. And we need to capitalize on that. Well, I'm going to capitalize on that. Whatever you cats want to do is dope too. You know what I'm saying? Let's go look at the P hex chart. And we got my homie Willie B. Long. Great stream, man. Hey, dog. I love your freaking doggone. Dude, that's one cool ass freaking red pill lion, son. I like that shit. Can't wait till Mintra launches, man, so I could set up my lions there, bro. I want more, bro, but I gotta follow that rule of three. You know what I'm saying? I can't get too crazy with too many freaking doggone red pill lions. From my understanding, weren't those cats supposed to release some type of freaking token for holders of doggone red pill lions? I intend to get my dirty hands on them freaking tokens, son. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Okay. Now, let's go check out the mother freaking P-Hex chart. Present, share screen. Check out the P-Hex chart, doggy. Now, you guys can see the P-Hex chart here. I want to talk about something as we look at the P-Hex chart. If you look at Miguel's stream that I did with him, I don't know who made this comment, but they asked, in which order would you purchase these tokens? Which ones would you prioritize? And I think they quoted Pulse Chain, they quoted P-Hex or E-Hex, and they quoted Hedron. Hedron, ICOs are great freaking projects. I think they're off the chain. They're dope. But of course, we want to make sure we get the main tokens. Remember, a lot of people are going crazy over Pulse Chain, right? All the people that aren't footed out, they're going crazy over Pulse Chain. They're going ballistic over Pulse Chain. They love that token. But remember, Hex is the original OG. And Hex is supposed to be Bitcoin. Pulse Chain is supposed to be Ethereum. And then after that, I went ahead and I chose Hedron. But if it was me and I'm starting off a portfolio, remember, man, you want to make sure you get the original OG token. Of course, P-Hex is a copy off E-Hex, but nevertheless, it still represents Bitcoin. So you want to make sure you have, well, you don't have to, but like it would be smart to have more P-Hex and then Pulse Chain afterwards, and then a good amount of doggone freaking PulseX. And then you can get your ICOSAs and your Hedrons. More Hedron than ICOSA, know what I mean? Mind you, I gotta talk with freaking Alex. I gotta go talk with freaking Crypto Sloth, man, so I can understand better what's going on with Hedron, man. It's just, dude, when you got a busy ass schedule, man, dude, you have no freaking time to do research. Hence why I chose freaking technical analysis as my main form of freaking trait within the crypto community, because I can just look at the charts and boom, I can go take care of my freaking boxing lessons, take care of my freaking the shooting I got to do at the range, training people, freaking take care of things with my family and my business. Because, dude, I'm always on the go. TA is a great tool to use, man. You know what I mean? Okay, wow, man. Billy wouldn't be long. Hey, Billy, are you on freaking Twitter? If you're on Twitter, man, shoot me a message, bro. If you could send me a video on that, bro, that would be dope. Send me a PM, a DM on Twitter, bro, so I could see what the deal is with that shit. I definitely want to check out any data you got on that, man. Hence, one of the reasons I started a YouTube channel, because the more people I know, the more information I can receive, and the more that we can work together, dude. I didn't know we can stake them suckers, man. I had no idea about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, follow me on Twitter. As a matter of fact, Let me get you my freaking handle. I want do me a favor, guys. Follow me on Twitter and follow me on doggone freaking Instagram. Let's see. Drop this shit on the stream. Boom. Follow me on there, man. Follow me on freaking Twitter. Also on Instagram. Instagram, I'm releasing gun content, and Twitter, man. I mean, dude, you need Twitter if you're messing around with freaking crypto and shit. I'm saying, so shoot me a message there, bro. I definitely want to see what you're talking about, dude. That's some alpha right there, son. So again, let me show you guys this tweet, not this tweet, but this message that Willie put on there, man. No, he said, "Yep, I'm on Twitter. I'll find that red pill lion staking video and send it your way." Fabulous, man. And what's up, buddy? I've got a bunch. I think you can stake them now. I had no idea about that shit, man. I need to stake the shit out of my doggone freaking red pill lions, man. I love that project. Speaking of freaking NFTs, I know, dude, we're on the Pulse Chain chart, but I have to talk about this so I'll forget. DeFi Kingdoms. Right now, in my opinion, I would not be investing in the Jewel token because, I mean, I think we're still got a ways to go to the downside. But I tell you one thing that you should be freaking, well, not you don't should be. This is not financial advice. One of the things that you could definitely check out is the Gen Zero, the Gen Zeros they got, man. As we go lower into this altcoin bear market, man, those would be great time to get some freaking Gen Zeros. Another good set of NFTs. And mind you, if you can, because Gen Zeros are expensive, try to get 3, son, or at least 1. You know what I'm saying? Another freaking NFT, you guys, that you should definitely check out freaking is the Magic Cats. I haven't checked the Magic Cat tokens as of late, or not the Magic Cat tokens, but the Magic Cats. And dude, if you can get 3 of those or 4 of those, man, dude, I know Phantom's at 20 cents right now. So, dude, I imagine them freaking them doggone Magic Cats probably got to be cheap, bro. When I tried learning about crypto, Miguel, I did a freaking doggone one-on-one consultation with him, and dude, I didn't know enough about freaking DeFi and shit like that. And I think the following day, bro, after our consultation, the Magic Cats launched. That dude got a buttload of freaking Magic Cats. And I intend to do the same, man. I do intend to get some more Magic Cats. I at least want to get 3. And, dude, they're pretty affordable. Another token that's pretty dope that I haven't had time to really cover is Oath. Now, quote me. I think Oath is on multiple chains. It's not solely on Phantom. So that's another one you guys can look at. Of course, we can't really freaking look at the charts all day because we got work to do. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to the Pulse Chain chart. All right. We're looking, not the Pulse Chain chart, the PHEX chart. Vamos a ver. All right. This is the PHEX chart. I went ahead and it's got a trend line heading to the downside. But the candles ended up breaking that trend line, and they're using that trend line as support. You know what I mean? And now it's trending sideways. Now, if we backtrack, we're almost at the bottom at the neck of the launch date candle, which I think this is incorrect. This is on the 16th. I think doggone Hex launched on the 13th, or PHEX launched on the 13th. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe, where are we at now? 05, 04. I do believe we'll probably end up going down here to 0.04. As soon as I think we hit 0.048, I think that's a great time to DCA and get more freaking PHEX. Remember, PHEX is your Bitcoin, and then Pulse Chain is your Ethereum. Know what I mean? So don't forget that. And then, of course, PulseX is supposed to be your form of Uniswap. And then after that, you can get the other derivative tokens. And hopefully later on, we end up getting that MetaMask token from RH. You know what I'm saying? Let's activate the Bollinger Bands on this. We are trending on the bottom portion of the Bollinger Bands. We have not pierced it as of late. Last time we pierced the Bollinger Bands was on August 3rd. The last time we did that. But it seems that we've already hit a bottom on PHEX, and we may be starting a new 20-day cycle. Of course, this is an anomaly. Usually don't go past 20 days, but we were on day 23 when we hit the low. And the last high we got was on day 2? Day 2 of the cycle? You know what I mean? So we are starting a new cycle. If we pull up the RSI, you could see that doggone freaking PHEX is heading to the downside because we do have divergence. We don't have enough data to check it on the weekly, and that's probably the best time frame to check how your token's doing or how your coin's doing. Of course, we don't have any data here, but the data that we do have is the daily, so we can operate off that data. Let's check it out on the 4-hour. Let's turn off these Bollinger Bands. And what do we have, man? Dude, a lot of volatility every 4 hours, man. This is the battle that we've been having in the last freaking 12 hours. Big ass freaking bullish engulfing candle to the upside, giant ass wick, and then 2 bearish candles going to the downside, but not engulfing. Of course, if you put both of them together, then yeah, you consider that engulfing. But it managed to compromise this big ass bearish candle. And if you look closely within these 4 hours, we're starting to print a new candle. So what do you guys see here? Trend line going to the upside, son. But I do think that this will go lower. I know a lot of people, man, their faith is being shaken in the pulse chain ecosystem. And I get it, man. I get it. I completely get it. Freaking dude, this has been a rough ass cycle. But I mean, when Bitcoin hit its $15,000 low back of I don't remember, I think it was late last year. When it hit its ultimate low, man, I thought that was it. And I even called Miguel and told him, that's it, bro. I told him, that's it. For reals? That was the freaking gut-wrenching freaking bear market you were talking about? And he was telling me, no, dude, I think it's going to go lower. Well, and it ended up compromising $23,000, and then we started going to the upside, and we're currently where we're at now. But, dude, these altcoins hurt. Even Crypto Coffee, man, probably the most bullish guy in freaking the Hex ecosystem. Dude, even that guy said he's shaking with his market. But I tell you one thing, man. For our first timers going through the bear market, dude, if you guys beat this shit, dude, you're going to have an iron will that a lot of freaking people that even operate in the stock market don't have. You know what I mean? So what else do we got? What else do we got on the charts? And Jack Simple, I didn't know that about Red Pill Lions. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I get it. Vamos a ver. Let's check out, of course, the token that Miguel and Charlie hate, XRP, son. Let's check that out. XRP. Look at this. I went ahead and I drew a Fibonacci retracement on this sucker. And currently we are sitting at 0.52. I do think that we'll probably continue the downside, but it's bouncing on this support line that I had drawn here, that I had drew here, and we activate our EMA. What the hell is this shit? Activate this EMA ribbon. Yeah, dude, we do have a battle to the upside if you guys are collecting XRP. I don't think XRP is going to give us massive, massive gains, but I think in the bull market we'll at least get a 10x off this. 5x or a 10x. So I am filling up a little bit of my XRP bags because it did end up winning its case with the SEC. And let's check it on the weekly. See how it's doing on the weekly. Turn this bad boy off. Check. Usually when I check the weekly, wow. And we're actually getting the opposite of XRP as far as divergence goes, because we see it. Well, no, I mean, it's coming down. So we'll probably end up getting a new trend line or a new freaking chart as it creates itself by the weekly. And we'll probably end up showing to the downside as well. But this is a good area where it's at, I think. Light DCA wouldn't be bad. You know what I mean? XRP. And we got to check El Fantasma. That means phantom. Let's check out Phantom. See how Phantom's doing, and then we'll round that off and we'll call it a night for the show. Let's go to Phantom, son. Oh my goodness, bro. Phantom has been going through some major freaking FUD as of late, man. But then again, name a coin that hasn't aside from Doge. Almost every damn coin's been going through freaking FUD. You know what I mean? Great buying opportunities, though. Now, if you see these two giant white boxes, I drew them up as big areas of support. We are on the daily. And you see this green trend line where Phantom broke out here on the 8th of August, and it continued trending sideways, and boom, we got this bearish news. I think that was when I think that multi-chain bridge got freaking its tokens stolen by the people that ran that bridge, and then the Chinese ended up freaking confiscating the tokens or something of that nature, or the coins. And that's where we got that, and that's where we've been bouncing at. I did manage to catch Phantom down here at 1933, give or take. I did buy some there, but I think we'll probably continue the downside. I think we'll have major support down here at 16 cents, and if we do break that, we can continue down to 13 cents because this is our next area of support, especially if we track it back over here to this area. This is our area of support at 13 cents. Now, something that I wanted to show you, cats, on Phantom, where we're currently at, you see where the candle's currently printed at? This area, this white circle I drew here, this is what's holding us up. Hence why it's having a difficult time go to the downside, because we got all these people that bought here that are not giving up their freaking position on Phantom. And of course, if it continues to break down, we got this strong area of support as well. Mind you, it can be compromised to the downside. Let's check it out on the weekly. Boom. Got bearish divergence, son. What do you guys see? Phantom continues to the downside, man, and it'll probably continue to downside. Good time to capitalize on this token, you know what I'm saying? I would DCA lightly. Well, not financial advice. I mean, I would DCA lightly into it. Of course, I've got other projects that I'm concerned about right now. Remember, the Magic Cats, man. Magic Cats are some good NFTs to get your dirty hands on. My dirty hands on, you know what I'm saying? So let's go back to the freaking to the chat. Nothing new here. Well, you guys got any questions? ¿Algunas preguntas que alguien tiene? Jack and shit. Cool. All right, cats. That pretty much covers it for tonight. I'm thinking, is there anything else that I needed to cover? No, man, I think I covered all of it. All right, cats. I got to get with the guys from DGen Roundtable, man. I got to do a stream with those guys. I can't seem to get my schedule scored away so I can do a freaking stream with Crypto Sloth. So, I mean, you're going to see me do a couple more collaborations with more people. Follow me on Instagram. Instagram is just crypto_boogie. And then you guys got my freaking Twitter right here. US crypto_boogie. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed my evening with you guys. Hopefully I see you guys in Vegas in December, if the Lord permits, by his mercy. I'd like to see you guys out there. That'd be dope, man. But let's see how everything pans out. All right, guys. Peace.